How's it going? It's Hashimoto00 coming at you again with 7 Days to Die mods, and the ones that I use and basically what they do. That's what this video is going to be describing today. So let's get to it and I'll show you what they're all about. Okay, so as you can see that I'm here on Nexus Mods. This is a website that's pretty good for using mods. I can say that their uploaders update quite often, and there is a large amount of mods that you can choose from. Okay, so for instance, here, PhD Gaming is one of the uploaders that I use his mods in 7 Days to Die. Usually because they work great, I can put 3 of them into my mod folder for 7 Days to Die, and they all run perfectly. They don't conflict with each other, which is fantastic because I don't want that headache of having to, okay, which one is, you got to take one out, okay, run the game, okay, it doesn't work, okay, so it's that one, put that one back in, and put that one out, you know what I mean. So this is, it's good, this one. So PhD Gaming is, this guy's fantastic. So one of the mods that I use is this one, PhD Just Better mod. And basically, he does a great job at describing everything in it. As you can see here, increase fuel value for wood and coal, remove recoil from the marksman rifle, increase the effectiveness of the wrench, chainsaw, the auger. Let's see, item modifiers, make dies stackable to quantity of 50. Increase backpack linger times for horde nights and such. Increase the loot drop probability, blah 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 blah. So, other things that are in this that I really enjoy is one, it makes when you have a forge and you're trying to basically smelt iron, stone, and stuff like that, it makes it faster. So say you have a forge and you want to make 50 forged iron. As soon as you click, you put in 50, you click to make it, it goes and it's like done, just like that. And I love that. I love that. There is one downside to this mod though, and I'll explain it quickly. The earth around the map is at 10,000 hit points. So if you're trying to get clay, it is really, really, really hard to do so, because when you're trying to dig through 10,000, and when you do, it only gives you 1 clay per like 2 or 3 hits. So it's a downside. To be able to fix that though, all you have to do is check out my video on the God Hammer, and that'll show you what you can do. All you gotta do is use the God Hammer on the ground, and it'll give you a ton of clay that you actually need to do your crafting and whatnot in the game. So Just Better mod is an amazing mod. I think everybody should use. Check it out, see what you think, and let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so the next mod I use from PhD Gaming on Nexus Mod is this one here. Is a bigger backpack and secure storage chest. Now this one, again, it's one of those ones where it's like, before you have it on, you're like, how did I survive without it? And now that I've discovered it, I can't not have it on, because it makes the game so much more fun. So much more fun. And this is, if you've seen some of my videos, then you've noticed that my backpack is about this big. The storage chests are about this big. So it says here that it increases to 143 slots, and the backpack to 120. Now there are other ones that you could use for bigger backpack, but some of the ones that are for a bigger backpack don't actually make your chest bigger. So the fact that they're both together is absolutely fantastic. It makes it so much more fun to play. And I say this from experience, some backpack mods that you can have that are bigger backpacks conflict with other mods that you'll try to put into your mod folder when running 7 Days to Die. So you'll want to make sure, again, that you can use mods that are not going to conflict with other ones that you want to actually use as well. This one's great because it doesn't conflict with any other thing that you want to use. So basically I can have the mod that I had just shown you guys, the Just Better mod, and this mod, they work together perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. It is fantastic, 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 fantastic. Okay, so definitely try that one out, and I guarantee you, leave me a comment down below if you agree when I say this next statement. You start to think of how you played without it. Honestly, it's so fun. It's so fun. Check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Another mod that I like to use here and there, I don't use it too often, but again, it's another mod that you can put into your mod folder with 7 Days to Die, and it won't conflict with anything else. It is the Bigger Crafting Cube, which is pretty badass. The reason why it's pretty badass is because if you're trying to do a huge build, this is something that could really, really help when you're trying to, trying to do it up. So you go from 4 slots to 10 slots or 20 slots. Now, when you download this mod, it'll give you the choice of what ones you actually want to use. So basically, it'll say, if you want to use 10 or 20, and I think it might go up more. I'm not quite sure, but it'll give you so that it's 10 or 20, like it says here. So 10 slots or 20 slots, which is like amazing. And I believe it adds one more. It adds more to your backpack cube here. It also, bigger crafting cube times 20. I think he gives out Steadman's 420s. I think he gives a shout out there to whoever helped him with that, which is pretty fantastic. So there's that. There's that mod there that I don't use it often, but I do use it sometimes if I'm thinking about just doing a gigantic build and I'm trying to do it legit, where I'm not trying to do it in some sort of creative mode or anything like that. I just want to do it legit, but I want to have it so that I can kind of do a gigantic build quite quickly. This is the best way to go about doing that. So try out this mod from PhD Gaming and let me know down in the comments below what you think. Alright guys, so as you can see, there's quite a few mods from PhD Gaming, and again, you could put in, I'm pretty sure you could put in like at least 5 of these mods and they won't conflict with each other, which is pretty fantastic. As you can see here, there's a lot of different stuff. Here's this one here, the Bigger Forge input, again, is fantastic. I've used that here and there. It adds to more of the crafting queue for your forge. So instead of having 2, or was there always 2? Yeah, there's always only 2. So you can have now 3, which is, some people might go, well, what's the big deal to having 1? Trust me, man. When you're trying to build bullets, and a lot of them, at the same time still trying to fix defenses that have been broken over Horde Nights, so you're trying to trying to make steel from your forge, so you're smelting iron. You can do brass, lead, and iron all at the same time, and that's fantastic. So be sure to check out that mod and if you want to kind of just liven up. Like I said before, when you want to do gigantic builds and you want to do them quickly, the mod that I had mentioned before, which is the Bigger Crafting Queue with this forge, Bigger Forge, is awesome. You're unstoppable, and you're not necessarily cheating. You still have to go and get the supplies, you still have to smelt them, you still have to craft it, you still have to go and take the time to gather. So it's not going to ruin the game for you. This is going to actually make the game, I would say, more enjoyable. Check it out. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Alright, next mod that I use all the time, and I mean all the time, is this mod right here. I'm not even going to attempt to say the name of the beginning. Let's give it a shot, actually. Okay, Bdubyahs. Hey, I don't know, that sounds pretty good. Anyway, Bdubyah's Vehicle All-in-One. This mod is fantastic. Now, I've showcased this mod in a video on my channel before, on 7 Days to Die, and to be honest, it is so amazing. It is so amazing. Especially like right here, this other picture right here on this picture is a helicopter, and when you have yourself on a building in 7 Days to Die that's super high up, and you're able to master flying this thing, because flying a helicopter in this game is not easy, but it is like once you get the hang of it, oh man, it's awesome, awesome. And it works well to build your base on a high building, because the higher you have your forge and your cooking spot, right, your campfire, the higher you have that up, the heat map, which I will describe in another video later on, which attracts screamers, which means you know, using every time you shoot your gun, a torch that uses a flame, when you're using your forge or when you're using your campfire, that creates heat that attracts screamers. And we all know what screamers do. They bring other zombies to your base. So they're a big no-no. So you want to actually, like, you know, building your base on a high building and putting all your crafting and forging and all that stuff up high is a pretty good idea. This is the kind of mod that you want. I mean, you got things from helicopters to motorcycles to, was a dust cropter, or a crop duster plane there, and military vehicles. There's this one vehicle in there. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but it's small, it's got giant tires, and it is so much fun. It's not very fast, but it's pretty cool looking anyways. But this is definitely a mod to check out. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this mod. Alright guys, the next mod that I use often, that I think is pretty fun, I've been using it since this guy first brought it out. Now, I got this from 7 Days to Die Mods website, which is pretty easy to get. I didn't need to sign up or anything like that. I just like found it and was like, yeah, I'm gonna take this mod. And then I just scroll down and where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Ah, here we go. And I just click on the Alpha 19 version, and it ends up downloading, and it works perfectly. Okay, so that's all you gotta do to download it, is just hit that and follow the instructions. Alright. The reason why I like this mod is because this is one of the few mods that are out there that do a complete overhaul of the game. The complete overhaul of the game, meaning it changes so much of what's in the game and how you can craft and build and play the game within the game. So for instance, on Alpha 19 right now in the vanilla, I can't take log spikes, set them sideways and put them on a wall, so that when Horde Night comes, instead of them banging on a wall to get into my base, they're banging on spikes which are attached to a wall, so they'd have to get through the big log spikes that are attached to the wall before they can even start attacking the wall to get into the base. So it's fantastic. So it adds so many cool stuff, man. So many cool stuff. It adds certain zombies and stuff like that that you don't see until like way later on in the game, until like day 2. Okay, like giant friggin'. I have a video that shows some of basically the I want to say bosses, but big zombies that are, you know, pretty hard to do. So it does stuff like that. It also does like, it has some vehicle revamps. It does add some other weapons, tools, infections. It adds a whole bunch of different things that you can use. Also, keep in mind, if you do use this mod, again, don't try not to use other mods with it. Just use this mod. If you want to try to, I've never yet use other mods that work with it, because I know that when you have an overhaul mod like this one, it's hard to have other mods that make changes as well, because there's so much that's been changed in this as an overhaul already. So it's something that you're gonna want to just download and just use on its own. It's enough for sure. It's definitely enough for sure. So definitely give it a try. I will say this though, if you have this, be prepared for having like way more zombies than you're used to. Way more zombies. There are like, oh my gosh, there it is a lot of zombies in this mod, but it's so fun. Horde Night is absolutely insane when you have vultures that are the size of a truck that spew poison at you. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Definitely check it out though. And then with this one, let me know down in the comments about what you think about it. Oh, and if you need any help, you know, downloading it or installing it into your game, there's a link. Sorry, not a link, but there's a video on my channel that explains how to install mods. And if you have trouble downloading it, just leave me a comment and I'll guide you through that as well. Alright guys, so that was a video of just some of the mods that I use in 7 Days to Die. Alright guys, again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a part of my mission to many, many subscribers on this channel. And take care of each other, take care of yourself, and happy gaming. Bye bye.